Hello everyone. So today we'll be solving Stone Game 7, which is day 11 of June Lead Code Challenge, daily challenge. So the question goes like this: Alice and Bob take turns playing a game while Alice is starting first. There are n stones arranged in a row. On each player turn, they can remove either the leftmost or the rightmost stone from the row and receive point equal to the sum of the remaining stones. So the winner is one with the highest score, and when there are no stones left to remove. So, but the thing is given that Bob found that he always lose this game. So he want to minimize the scores difference, while Alice's goal is to maximize the difference in the score. So the question is given. The example is like stones array is given 5, 3, 1, 4, 2, and uh, so how we will choose is that Alice first removes 2. So Alice removes this element and gets sum of 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 4, that sum up to 13. So the value Alice having is 13 and Bob has 0. Now Bob will start, and Bob has the scope to kick out an element from this array, which is a sub array, and Bob will kick out 5. So the question must be having that why Bob didn't kick out fourth element instead of 5, because if Bob have kicked out 4, it would have given him the larger score. But it is not guaranteed that greedily choosing the larger score will result into the largest score in the future. So if you see, if you calculate, if Bob have chosen 4 here, then the ultimate score the Bob would have in the future will be less than what Bob is having, which is 12. So Bob here chooses 5 and gets the score of 8, and by similar things Alice and Bob choose alternatively, and at last we get the answer as 18 minus 12, which is 6. So let's understand this with a bit deeper. So let's say we have this array. So what I will do is that I will mark some index position to understand it better. So let's say I is the starting position, and j is our uh, yeah, and j is our ending position. So the way we can approach this is, we want to find out the maximum score we can get after if we remove some element. So if we remove 5, so the maximum score we can get from here is something, and if we remove 2, what the maximum score we can get from this subarray. So after comparing both the subarray, we will be using dynamic programming and taking the maximum profit out of these two. So let's see the code, and it will make us more clear how we can go with this problem. So first of all, I will say I will calculate the overall sum, so that we don't have to calculate sum again and again, and we will just using this sum. So let's say sum is initially 0, and for once we will calculate overall sum, and 10 is stones dot size. So for all the values in the stones, we will calculate sum, which is equals to stones of I. Now I want to return a helper function which will return me the maximum profit a player can get if we throw some stones. So we will start from 0, and we will get till n minus 1, and we will have sum as a variable, and let's pass as stones. Yeah, so now let's see how we will define our function and how we will calculate our result. So let name it helper and copy the same. So here we can define it like this, and a vector of integer ampersand stones. We have passed stones as reference, and int I will be my start position, and int j will be my end position, and we have sum. So now let's try to find out the what will be the recurrence for our solution. What we need is that, let's say I want to kick out the first element, so int begin will give me the maximum profit I can get if I kick out the first element. So if I kick out the first element, I will do sum minus stones of I, which is my first element, and minus the maximum profit the other player can get from the remaining part of this. So I will do minus the sum which the profit the other player can get. So what is the scope for the other player to play is that it can start from I plus 1 till j with sum minus stones of I. So let's again view this. What's happened there is that if I kicked out begin element, which is the 5, so what will be the maximum profit I can get will be sum, that is the overall sum from 5 to 2, minus stones of I, which is 5, and so 3 plus 1 plus 4 plus 2 is maximum sum what I get, and removed, and we have to subtract the sum which is getting by the other player. So what the Bob can get from this I plus 1 to j position. And similarly, if we kick element from AND, so our sum will be, the maximum profit we can get is stones of j minus and helper function stones. Now this time I will remain same, and we cannot go we have to decrement our AND element by 1, and sum will also be decremented as stones of j. So let's indent it properly so it looks good. So this is the crux of the solution, and so we have two options: either we can kick from begin and either we can kick from the end, and these variables will hold the values if I what is the maximum profit I can get if I kick out first element or if I kick out last element. So what I want maximum of these two. So maximum will be, and profit will be max of begin comma end. So whichever is the profit, I will return this profit. Now coming to the base case, we only have one thing, that if I is greater than or equal to j, that means we don't have any elements to kick up on. So we say if my I is greater than equal to j, then we will return 0. And I think let's try to run it out and see how this works. Yeah, it worked, but this is not optimal because we are calculating the same sub problem again and again. So we need to optimize it. We can use memoization and we can use a DP table to do it. So what I will do is, I will say vector of vector integer to store the result for I and j if I have already visited that. So I will say it will be of size n. So let write me down after this nth line, and other will be vector of integer of size n, and every value will be initialized with -1 so that we can check. Now we will pass this to our calls, and let's say dp. Here also we will say dp, and similarly here also we will pass this dp. We need to define it also. So vector of int, and we need to pass it by reference so it holds and passes its state. And we will say if this dp of I and j is not equal to -1, which means it already was calculated this sub problem from I to j, so we will return dp of ij, whatever the solution that was previously. And if it is not the case, then we will say that dp of ij is profit, so we will mark this as, and we will return dp of ij. Now let's try to run this. This is more optimized, and so yes, and let's submit it. Accepted. So this was for today, Stone Game 7. Thank you everyone.